So welcome you all. I'm Rajesh Gomatam. I'm from AWS. I'm a Principal Solutions Architect. And today in this presentation, we are going to be talking about how to accelerate agentic AI applications on AWS using Cognite Data Fusion. So let me first set the stage. So what we see is a lot of our manufacturing customers are realizing that agentic AI is the only means for improving productivity. But quite seldom what happens is much of the agentic AI solutions don't pass the pilot stage. It's because of fragmented data, long deployment times, and it's hard to scale across many different sites. And a lot of times engineers basically spend their majority of time in data preparation. And that's where Cognite Data Fusion comes into play. So now with the help of AWS services and Cognite Data Fusion, customers are able to ingest both OT and IT data very effectively, contextualize the data, create the industrial knowledge graph, which is the bedrock data foundation which is required for agentic AI solutions. And once that is done with Cognite Data Fusion and Atlas AI, customers are able to deliver and create applications, agentic AI applications, which used to take months, now to a matter of weeks. So with that, I will pass it on to Eric from Cognite to take it through.
Thank you so much. So thanks for the opportunity to be here. My name's Eric. I lead our sales organization here in EMEA for Cognite. We're a growing company, growing fast, and I want to show you a little bit about why. So one of the challenges that Rajesh has alluded to is data. And if you look at this is a study from McKinsey from back in 2020, and then they repeated the study in 2022. And if you notice, lack of integrated data sources in 2020 was obviously a clear problem, right, for achieving value with AI. And low quality of data actually became more realized as a big problem as people began learning what's required to achieve value with AI. This is a study from EY, 2026, just came out in January. Same story. The data problem remains a very, very big challenge. And if you read the text, data quality and contextualization are the top challenges with AI data. This is the hurdle we need to overcome in order to speed time to value and time to solving the real challenges that we see on the factory floor and in optimizing production. What if we could build an experience for our factory workers or people that work in and around production similar to what you experience when you're driving or you're navigating around in the city with maps? And in a map, the key data point or the key point that links everything together, it's your position. That's delivered by your device. The system in the background has many, many, many sources of data. The gas stations that are near you, based on their location. The branding, the names, what are the prices at those gas stations? What hotels are available? What restaurants? What are their ratings? Those are all different data sources that come together here. As you know, this has been developed as a capability over the last 10, 15 years, right? How can we bring this type of experience and capability to people in the factory that are trying to navigate very complex data sources and systems and do it more effectively and efficiently? For us, that's our Cognite Data Fusion product. But I don't want to talk too much about that because it does essentially this in a manual way. I want to show you how we can automate that and turn it into applications for bespoke cases. So the challenge in the factory is we have information about an asset. And the asset is kind of like position in a map, but that's in a factory, that's the asset or the process step that you're in. That's your kind of key that gives you a linkage to all of the other data sources. If you look into a production environment, you have information about the asset, you might have some time series data, you might have files, sequences that define the product, and all of this needs to be up to date, and it needs to be somehow referenceable across all of these silos for that type of an experience to work. So if you can see here, also there's a problem in the data itself because you have P&ID diagrams, electrical diagrams, which is technical documentation, you have text, you have other data sources, and sometimes even reference the same thing slightly differently. So we apply AI to ingest the data and score it and tag it and relate it all to all of these different elements to each other, so that then you are building a context based on data, enriching all of these data elements, enriching each other to form a better context of what you have, what's happening, and what's important in your factory. In the end, what we're building is this. Instead of position in a map, it's the asset or a step in the process in the plant. This is the foundation for AI. If you're using a chat interface, oftentimes it's basically based on text. Well, in text, the data and the context, it's the same. It's all embedded in the text itself. In our environment, it's different. In the factory, the context is separate from the data in many cases. By merging it together, you're able to use the entry point as an asset or a process step to get access to all of the other data and information. Okay? So now, if that becomes a center of how we access data and information, what can we do with it? This is an application that was built in order to, you see first the chat interface, to chat with the line, to chat with the production process. This is a pharmaceutical example. And what you see here, the question was, which operations are creating the biggest bottlenecks right now? So by being able to go into all of the data sources and collect that together, it can identify for you right now which are the biggest bottlenecks. And look here, a recommendation. To make a recommendation, you have to be able to reason. To be able to reason, we're back to data in context that is trustable because it's been validated as it's brought in and contextualized. So there are a number of different things that happen here. You know, there's a certain level of uncertainty. There's some topics around conditioning and a number of batches that are in different places in the process. And here you see the second application of 4 that were built. And this one gives you an overview of the entire batch status of all the active batches on the line at that particular point in time. With drill down, you can click on these and drill into the details behind them. Now that's another application, and there are a couple more. I won't show all of them here because we're on a short time, just to give you a flavor of the kinds of things we can do as we go into building these bespoke apps on contextualized data. Those apps, if you wanted to build those apps, the typical process would be get us some engineers together, talk and work with the teams, understand the process, do the work, start understanding the data sources, pull the data, work on ETL processes, do some transformations, put it together in a database, use an app development platform, and somewhere between 12, 18 months, you have an application built. Well, we do it differently by automating the process of ingestion, transformation, and contextualization. We create that foundation, and by combining that with the modern vibe coding capabilities that you will find out there on the market, whether it's Claude Code or Cursor or some of the others that are available, there are many, many of them available now. We can shorten that time from 18 months to about 4 weeks. So 4 applications, 4 weeks on this platform, which previously take a year, 18 months, sometimes longer, depending on the case and the context and the data. So why does this matter? Well, first of all, we're able to more rapidly validate that what we're developing and building is actually solving the real business challenge at hand. That's a key element. It's very quickly arrive at a solution. It's an agile process. The second one is we're able to more quickly realize the value of what we're trying to achieve. That year of time saved to value is a year of value generated savings or additional production or higher quality that has a financial impact. And so the key use cases here were asset intelligence, process intelligence, and maintenance are some additional apps that are available that were developed. And these are all custom made based on the data specifically from input from the users. So this isn't out-of-the-box stuff that was just kind of tweaked. This was really app development from the very beginning in that period of time. How do we do it? So we do it by leveraging first our Cognite Data Fusion capability, which is what I talked about, bringing the data in and contextualizing it. On top of that, we do have a library of 20 out-of-the-box applications, which we call are part of our Atlas AI platform. And it was great because once we had the data problem sorted as a technology, applying AI to that becomes a lot easier and simpler. The APIs are all there, everything is ready and working. When vibe coding came along, it became a big thing about a year ago, we were ready. And we were able to attach the vibe coding capabilities right on top of the platform and access and use the APIs and the contextualized data capabilities that we had already built. And that made us very quick to bring to market, and we'll be bringing that out in full. It's in private preview right now, and it's to be in full production, announced officially on the market in the month of May. Important, we're never doing this in a vacuum. So we want to be open. A key fundamental part of our strategy is openness. So you'll notice we have, for sure, a solid cloud platform that we build on. We have access to any OT, so operational technology environments. We can access engineering technology environments, whether it's a recipe system or a batch system or a product lifecycle management system or other engineering information systems. And really towards the top then, we work together with Microsoft Fabric, with Snowflake, with Databricks to be that provider of high quality, trustable data from manufacturing to feed more strategic data platforms. And we work together with other industry partners as well. This is an ecosystem. There's no way that everyone's going to solve everything, anyone's going to solve everything in the factory by themselves. So we're very open to work with an ecosystem, with partners, also with internal IT organizations that maybe are also using vibe coding that want to experience this themselves. And this is how we do it. And I think openness is key and critical in this world today, where not much green building of factories going on out there. So we integrate very well with the ecosystem. And all of what you see here are formal partnerships. So we have a zero copy with Snowflake, Databricks, and Fabric, and are really building ourselves into that ecosystem as a provider. And the analysts are recognizing this. We have a couple of new reports out. Most recently was IDC that named us an absolute leader in the space, and more on the way. We have a Forrester report that you can get on our website, which tells more about the details of the financial impact of how we do this and why it makes a difference. So really excited about the process. So that's what I had today in terms of technology. If you think about what the implications are, this is a McKinsey study which says that by being able to address some of these challenges of contextualized data in a factory environment, we can increase a growth opportunity 5%, 10 up to 13%, according to McKinsey. Deviations in pharma are incredibly important. They consume a massive amount of time, have a very big impact on OEE. Reducing deviation time from 30 to 50%, increased productivity, and I think most interesting is the repeat. It's not on the slide, but the repeat of deviations we can reduce by up to 80%. Time to solution is absolutely essential to get there quickly, and when it comes to Cognite, we've been able to realize these types of results. You notice they're not too far from what McKinsey says is achievable overall from a theoretical perspective. These are actual results realized at actual customers in production. So, thank you.